Well, here we are. Here we are to save the day. All right. I need to stop doing that. All right. I'll try to think of something more interesting. But regardless, we cannot be discouraged. I say we as let's just go ahead and say it. We as Americans, or we as honkies, we as whatever, revolutionaries, we cannot be discouraged right now. Many things can be discouraging. Many people are upset because of what Rittenhouse is saying in that interview with Tucker Carlson. I don't care. I don't care what he says and what slings and arrows people will throw at him. I don't really care. He killed 2 people who were scumbags, and he injured one who is probably never going to be accepted by the larger, anti-fascist community and the BLM community, because it was shown that he was a Fed, or at least somebody he was an informant, I think, for the police. So he was a snitch. We cannot be discouraged. There are many things to be discouraged about. What we saw at Waukesha was disturbing. And I was just upset as other people were. And I saw the ghoulish comments. This was probably the most disheartening part from, boomer lib white folks. And from, screw it, I'll go mask off this time. And from Jews who said things like, poor white people, this and that. Now, that account, as far as I know, they nuked their account because they got blown the fuck out. But we cannot be discouraged. If we want to, we have to be able to touch grass. We have to be able to go outside and see things in a more objective light. As I've said before, I work at a hotel. There are people who have children, who have, ideas for them. They have goals for them. They have dreams of what their children can do, I'm sure. I didn't talk to them, so I can't really say. But regardless, these people have their ideas about what their children should be. I was at Target yesterday as well. And this woman had, I think, 4 kids with her. And I remember it's like, okay, let's all hold hands. And they all held hands and walked across the street. Yes, it was a white woman with white children. I'm going there. Yes, I'm going there. I know. I'll try not to do it in the future. I'm doing it here, and people can say, ooh, cringe. That's fine. I'm going there. But we cannot be discouraged. We cannot afford to. We have to continue to harp on things. You have to understand is that there are multiple narratives going on. They're trying to reform the idea of socialism. To say, we're not like those tankies. We're not like Stalin. We're not like that. No, not at all. We're not like Lenin. We want this sort of socialism over here. You mean when they, we're like the anarchists in Spain. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're not like them either. They have to constantly try to change the narrative of what socialism should mean. They still see Malcolm X as a hero. To a point. All you have to do is say that Malcolm X was a Garveyite. And of course, they'll say Marcus Garvey was evil, he was a fascist, this and that. But continue to harp on that point, because it is the truth. Both of Malcolm X's parents were members of the UNIA, which was Marcus Garvey's organization. Harp on that. Support full-on black separatism. Realize that, you can go ahead and talk about these various groups and try to dissuade people. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of hurt feelings in this country. But many people, and I believe a lot of this is true, is that regardless of how, that maybe they feel a certain way, maybe they are red-pilled, but they know that there are no local organizations that can realistically defend them. They know that many groups are filled with Fed posters and shit posters who simply would rather dox you than try to help you. Which is true. Telegram is filled with them. I would say right now is to guard your heart. Be aware of the rhetoric. Be aware of the propaganda around you. But do not discourage yourself. Do not fall into an abyss. It's easy to say. So another thing to do. I encourage you to work out. Hell, just go outside and take a walk. And if you lived in a more integrated neighborhood, then maybe get on the bus and go to a nicer neighborhood and take a walk. I don't know. But you must not fall into these traps. There are many. There are. We cannot afford to be discouraged by this. We have to be aware of what, is being said. Absolutely. But we must not give it that much attention. Because ultimately, a lot of it that's their form of propaganda. All I'm asking, folks, is yes, the situation is dire. Yes, the situation is not ideal, to say the least. But I believe there are enough people out there already that want to do something. And I'm not going to Fed post too hard, although I did already do some Fed posting. But I would say this is bide your time. Bide your time. Wait for things to get worse. And see what the local communities truly believe versus what the federal government and what the state governments believe. You must see what they truly believe. You must not think that this country is one thing that will stay this way in eternity. No. Nothing is eternal. The state is weak. It is. It is in a weak state. It relies on the media, whether it's CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. They rely on all of these to keep people ignorant. Many people, above the age of, I would say, 45, even 50, do not watch cable news. They stay watching Alex Jones, or they may, watch, Styx Hexenhammer. I don't know, whomever. And I don't fully agree with them, but you know what? It's a better step than listening to these other folks, We must not be discouraged. And we must realize that when things fall apart more and more, even the shit libs that go on and on about their anti-white rhetoric or whatever, that may disappear. It only takes a couple of incidents for them personally to suddenly change their minds. Maybe I'm being optimistic. Maybe I'm completely wrong in what I'm saying. Maybe I am. I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt. But I choose not to live in black pill land. I choose not to live in any pill land. I don't care about pills. Stop popping pills. Go natural. I don't use Crest toothpaste anymore. Just as a side note, this is going to be schizo, but who cares? I use, what is it? It has like charcoal, and I think this one, it has clay mixed with eggshells. I use that to brush my teeth. I don't do that. I say that as a side note. But we cannot be disappointed. We have to make small groups, maybe, dare I say, Männerbuns, and be aware of what is before us. And we must be very careful. But I believe we can survive and we can thrive. And with that, that's all I have to say. I hope y'all enjoyed that motivational video, or at least a bit more positive video. I'm going to try to step away from the red pill and white pill and all that. Stop popping pills. Go natural. Drink some ginkgo biloba. I don't know. Go natural. Eat garlic. I don't know. That can help you clear up your sinuses, I imagine. So that's all I got. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. See you later. Goodbye.